Hello class. Today we will be going over our objective for the day, which is we will be able to identify verbs within a sentence and classify them as past, present, or future tense. And underneath here I have an example sentence. The boy is running. Okay? So let's go ahead and try to identify what the person or noun or subject of the sentence is. So let's circle boy. Boy is the noun, right? And I'm going to go ahead and underline this word here. Can anyone tell me what that word is doing in this sentence? Can anyone tell me what the word that we underline is describing? Good. What the word is doing is that it is describing what he's doing. So who's he? The boy. What else can we call that in a sentence? Good. It's a noun, right? So we can say that our verb, which is running, verb, we can say that our verb is describing what the boy is doing. So this is what we call an action verb. So let's go back to our objective. We will be able to identify our verbs. We've identified our verbs, but now we need to be able to classify them as past, present, or future. Okay? So let's go back and say our verbs can be described as giving our nouns an action. And this verb is giving our noun an action. It is saying that the boy is running. Let's think of an action word that we can classify in the past, present, and future tense. Okay? Discuss this with your partner. Let's think of the different types of verbs that we can classify as past, present, or future tense. Okay, now here are 3 different types of examples. Verbs can be described in 3 ways: past verb, present verb, or future verb. Okay, let's go ahead and read our first example. A past verb. The boy was running. Okay, our present verb. The boy is running. And our future verb. The boy will run. I want to see if we can figure out what these different ways are. Okay, good. I heard Susie say that say the verb was running is classified as past because it already happened. It already happened. Great. I heard Juan say that running that is running can be classified as a present verb because it is happening. And awesome, I heard Mateo saying to his partner that the boy will run is classified as future verb because it hasn't happened yet. Will run. Good job, guys. So let's go back and think about how all 3 in a sentence were used to give a noun an action in different ways: past, present, and future. How are they different from each other? Okay, share your thoughts with your partner. How are these 3 types different from each other? Good. I heard past verbs as action verbs that have already happened. I heard a present verb is an action verb that is happening. And I also heard someone say that future verb is a action that will happen. So, as we identify our verbs, we will classify them by asking ourselves questions. Questions like, when is this verb or action taking place? Is it happening in the past? Is it happening in the present? Or is it happening in the future? Think about that for a minute. Let's go over our definition of verbs. It's an action verb that is describing what a noun is doing, right? That's what we said in our example. The boy is running. What can we add to this? Can we add anything to this? Yes, we can add. What a noun is doing in the past, present, or future, because that's the type of verb. It's going to be a past verb, a present verb, or a future verb. Now, let's see if we're ready for our next challenge, a new set of verbs. Let's try to match these up with our partners and classify them by making a sentence. Let's go ahead and match these up. Does Matt listened? Or is it Matt bark? Or Matt read? Read? Ears listened? Dog listen? Dog bark? Or dog read? I think that ears, my ears listened. Let's see, Juan, go ahead and guess on Matt. Matt read. What about dog? Dog bark. Dog will bark. Good job, Susie. Now let's go ahead and classify these as past, present, or future. My ears listened. Listened. Would that be past, present, or future? Good job, Juan. It's past. Listened. What about bark? Dog will bark. The dog will bark. Great. It is future. Bark. The dog will bark. We can add will. Will bark. Now what about read? Matt. Bread, I'm sorry. Bread, present. Okay, read. You can say read or read. All right now. Okay, let's go back to our objective. We will be able to identify verbs within a sentence and classify them as past, present, or future tense. The boy is running. We identified our verb and classified it as running, which is present. Were we able to classify our verbs in the past, present, or future tense? Yes. Were we able to identify our verbs? Yes. Did we accomplish our goal for today? Yes. Okay. How were we able to achieve this? Good, Karen. We were orally read out loud our sentence and identified our action word. Then we were able to classify our verbs by determining whether our action took place in the past, in the present, or in the future. So let's go ahead and do our follow-up individual activity now that we're experts in verbs. And this is what your individual follow-up activity will look like. You'll have 5 different sentences, and the instructions say circle the verb and write in the space below past, present, or future tense. So you will read each one of these sentences and circle the verb in each of these sentences and place in the space provided below whether it's past, present, or future tense. Okay? just like the example I gave you before. And now that we're experts, this will be a breeze.